Hello and welcome back to our video series on video editing. In the previous video we looked at setting up your first project. Now we're going to take a quick look at how we can customize our workspaces to suit your needs. Here is our Adobe Premiere interface. If your screen looks slightly different to this when you first open it up, again this could be because Adobe is pushing you towards their learning resources and their tutorials. So if we take a look at this workspace here, you can see across the top we have a list of different titles. Now what this list here is, this is different preset workspaces for your different processes within your video editing, the whole sequence. For example, we have assembly, editing, we have the color correction, we can have a workspace for effects, we can have a separate workspace when we're working with audio, when we're applying graphics and so on. So for the general editing and just starting to build your movie, we're going to click on editing. So if you're not on this workspace, maybe you've started up and you've opened up on learning, again it's very similar, but I'm just going to click on editing and just make sure we're on that. Now each workspace, like I said, is going to look slightly different. So if I click on audio, we are going to bring up the features that are useful for when we're fixing our audio. Same with color correction, when we open up our video and we want to color grade and tweak the colors and the look of our video, we can use the color workspace. So again, just click back onto editing. And how the workspace is built from a series of panels. So these different areas here are known as panels, and these can be totally customized as well. So you can resize these panels and you can move them around. You can create a workspace that works for you. And what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to drastically change our workspace, because what happens sometimes when you're playing around with panels and you're customizing your workspace, you may lose a panel, accidentally close something, something may go wrong. So what we can do, if we drastically change something and we want to go back to the original workspace, we can click on this little three bar menu here and click reset to saved layout. And what this does, this will reset it back to the original editing workspace, so we know where we're at. One that I potentially use more than anything is one that's called all panels. Now all panels, as the name suggests, it includes pretty much every panel available within Premiere. Now my general setup is a 2-screen setup, so this gives me a lot of real estate and space to have lots of different panels open at once. But if you're working on a smaller screen or a single screen setup, you may need to rely on one of the other workspaces. And you can see when all panels is open, we have now lost in my custom layout. This is open up my custom layout. We've now lost that workspace tab along the top, so that's no problem. We can go to window here and we can go to the workspace option and we can again choose which one we want. So I'm going to go back to the editing one and we're going to start to have a look at the key panels for this stage of your video editing journey. Probably the most important panel at the bottom left is what's called your project panel. Again, within each panel we may have tabs. So these are called tabs along the top, but this area that is highlighted by the blue rectangle, this is called a panel, and this one in particular is your project panel. Now your project panel is where all of your content will not be hosted, because you don't actually upload, but the links to all your footage and all your assets that you may use will all be in this. This is where we navigate through our assets and our footage and everything that we need, and our sequences. Everything we need for our project will be available in this window. And at the minute we don't have anything at all within our project. We've got no footage, we've got no timelines, we've got no sequences, we've got nothing that we can actually see. So as you can see, it says here import media to start. So to import our media, we can click on media browser, and the media browser will open up all the directories within your machine. So where I work from a network server. So this is our Z drive, and this is where we host all our video footage and all our projects and everything like that. I'm going to go into the CCF project, and then I'm going to go into our Adobe Premiere, and we're going to look. So now you can see this Adobe Premiere folder, and initially we only had a folder for footage and we had our Premiere project. Now that we've started our Premiere, we've got a couple more files here. So this is scratch this we was talking about earlier on. This is our video files, video previews, and then this is our audio preview. So this is folder where they're going to create previews and things like that to help our application run smoothly. So I won't worry too much about them folders. They just appear every time we create a new project. I'm going to go into my footage folder, and this is a video clip that I just added earlier on, again from a little bit of filming that I did with the hospitality team creating cocktails. I thought it'd be a nice one to work on. So I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to select import, and you see that little progress bar pop up quickly, and then back in our project tab we can now see the mixology video clip. Now the view I'm on at the minute is the list view, so this is these options here. So the list view will give us lots of information on frame rates, the media duration, the resolution, audio info, lots and lots of different info about that particular video clip. The other view we can use is the icon view. Now when we get multiple clips in and you want a visual representation of what's in that clip, the icon view may be helpful for you. Stick around for our second video on Workspaces, where we're going to look in more detail at the timeline.